Hello, my name is Chris, and this is my Honda Ruckus. It's a 2012 model, and I have just finished installing my airbox mod. As you can see, I removed it, and I installed a unifilter and one breather. I used a 1.5 inch unifilter 2-stage model. For the intake, I used the stock snorkel. As you can see, I used the stock snorkel and I drilled a 3/8 hole and installed this this 1/2 inch T that they use for heater cores. You can get them at O'Reilly. They're like $4. All you need to do is, if you want to do this mod yourself, and it's really cheap, I used all the stock hoses from the breather box. All the hoses, these are all original hoses from the Ruckus, so I didn't have to spend any money. What you got to do is you put one hose, you have to drill, put this T on the snorkel, that way there's vacuum, because I was running it without it and it was running like shit at first, but I did the vacuum now and it's running really good. So all you do is you get this T, you put it on, you run one hose, you run the top hose to the breather right here where the valves are, right here, and then the other hose, you run it from the carburetor right here. I've seen a lot of people use an air filter, but it doesn't really work. So I just used it as a breather, hooked it up to the breather setup, and that's it. Right here, this piece right here, I don't know what it's called, but I used a regular, I just hooked it up to a breather right here, and it seems to be working really fine. The throttle is nice. It's not like it used to be. I just barely installed it. I'm using a stock exhaust modded stock exhaust. It's the stock muffler just gutted out and a 2-inch tip on the end. What I have noticed is you have a quicker acceleration and you will have a louder sounding exhaust. Well, here, I'm going to start it. Works really good. Works really good. And it looks cool too. The next thing for my setup will be to stretch it out either 4 or 6 inches. And then do the fatty wheel setup and a new shock. Hopefully by the end of the year, or if not next year. The exhaust just sounds a lot more louder with this mod. There is just a slight bog, but it's not as bad as it used to be without the vacuum. But now, since there's vacuum, it'll accelerate nicely. Thank you for looking, and I hope this will help you guys make your own airbox mod. I didn't spend that much money, only $5 for the T, and then those you only need one breather filter, and you can get the American Racing brand one, which is like $6, and the unifilter, depending where you buy it, is $18 to $15. And yeah, if you have any questions, just comment. Like I said, I'm going to be fixing up my scooter a little, bit by bit. All the stuff I've done to it, I've done, just using regular stuff at home. I've only honestly spent only $70, and from looking, from stock, it looks way better. You just have to have, the time and the patience. It's not hard to work on these scooters. You do not need to put a carb kit or put bigger jets on the carburetor. You'll actually mess up the engine. But like I said, eventually once this motor is done, I'm going to do a GY6 mod. And yeah, thank you for looking. Bye.